Hi, everyone, and welcome to Leaf Rants. The Toronto Maple Leafs win Game 2 against the Ottawa Senators 3-2, and for the first time since 2002, first time in the Matthews era, the Leafs are up 2-0 in a series in the playoffs. It's honestly kind of sad. Let's break down this game. So, Leafs, hot start to the first period. Man, Holmberg catching a breakaway for the first shot of the game, a minute and a half in. Ooh. He was on that Tavares line. Domi moved down to 3C. And I don't know what to do about that line. But we'll get to Domi later and probably Robertson. But back to the first. Matthew Knies working his butt off around and behind the net. Gets it to Mitch Marner out front, who hits it off the post. Everyone in the entire universe thought that went in. Man, what a start for the Leafs, though. Then, a few minutes later, Ullmark gets what he deserves because he took 3 minutes, and someone said it on the broadcast that they think he took this long to give his team a bit of an extra rest. He took 3 minutes to fix his equipment. They thought he was faking what was wrong with his equipment just to get his team abreast. And you know what happens? As soon as play starts, 20 seconds after play starts again, just at over 20 seconds, William Lander with a beautiful, beautiful pass to Morgan Riley in front of the net, who just barely gets it over the line. Not barely, I guess. It goes over the line. Just nearly goes over. Bouncing off his skate, and the Leafs have a 1-0 lead from a defenseman. That's the third goal defenseman scored in these playoffs for the Leafs in 2 games. Wow. And then after that, the Leafs get a power play, and Marner, he gets it to Johnny, who's looking for Knies in the net front, but it just doesn't get to him, and it pinballs off of Jensen in front, and the Leafs take a 2-0 lead in the first and have just looked completely dominant in this one. The Leafs' 4 power play goals in this series, this from CJ, have been scored in 38 total seconds of game time. Yep. 9 seconds after the Stützle minor, 3 seconds after the Gaudette minor, 8 seconds after the Batherson minor, and 18 seconds after the Zub minor. Could you imagine going back to November, December, and telling us that this power play would be this good in the playoffs? I would have laughed in your face. We all would have. They were complete garbage. And now look at where they are. Talk about heating up at the right times. Since like February, they've been great. But now to the second. Anthony Stolarz. He seemed to remember what Ridley Gregg did last game. And just decides to make his life hell in front of the net, giving him chops, laying a big hit on him. Man, that was bad. That was funny. And he said after the game, he's taken a couple penalties in his days. So I thought that was pretty funny. And then at the end of the second, sends up a power play. And Tkachuk throws a pass in front of the net, which pinballs off of Carlo's skate, and it's 2-1. And the second wasn't very good for the Leafs. They were way too passive. They just, I don't know. It wasn't going good. So they go into the second intermission, and they come out, and they held the sends off to no shots for the majority of the period. They definitely came out with more firepower. And then OEL, 5 minutes left in the game. Oh, man. OEL. He scans the ice. He's going behind the net, and he's skating to Benoit. And for some reason, he can see the 3 forwards in front of him. You can see Max Domi skating, and Max Domi is close to him. But Max Domi is clearly skating the same way he is. That's the way he's leaning to. And OEL drops it back. But Domi's already going the other way, so he has to do a stop-up. Stützle is all over it, gets it to the point, and it's tipped in front by Adam Gaudette, who OEL was covering. And it's tied 2-2 with 5 minutes left. And the Leafs didn't really seem to get much going after that either. At the end of the period, they got a couple chances, but not a whole lot. And after the period, Holmberg was tied for the Leafs' lead in shots after 60 minutes of play with 3. That's insane to me. 3 shots. The Sens leader in shots was Brady Tkachuk with 5. Leafs leader was Pontus Holmberg who played 14 minutes, 40 seconds, tied with Austin Matthews and William Nylander. Matthews, no goals in this series yet. Need more from him. But yet again, Tavares 2.9, Marner 1.9, Matthews 1.9, Nylander 1.9. Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry. You need more from Austin Matthews. I was expecting a big OT from him. But let's go to OT. So, Simone Benoit in this overtime I thought was amazing. I thought OEL had a weak game, and I didn't really like putting that pairing out too much. I thought, I don't know, maybe OEL needs to sit a night. I don't know. Maybe it's just a mental thing, but he can't be doing what he did tonight. He can't be doing that in Game 3. He can't be doing that for the rest of the playoffs. But Simone Benoit, there's a 3-on-3 going the other way. And Simone Benoit reads it perfectly. He knows it's going to be a weak backhand pass. Forget who it was. But he picks it right off. And he goes and he skates up the ice. And he gets it to Max Domi, who dangles around 2 defenders. It's a 4-on-2 for Ottawa. Ottawa has 4 defenders, and the Leafs have 2 forwards right now. So it's easily in favor of the Sens here. 5-on-5. And Max Domi goes through 2 people, works himself into the slot, and absolutely rips the thing, beating Allmark, blocker side, posting in. Max Domi, after having a brutal game, same with Robertson, finds a way to get the OT winner, and the Leafs win 3-2. Kind of nuts. But anyways, I want to talk more about Benny on that one, because great pickoff, but then even in front of the net, he puts up a beautiful screen in front of Allmark, jumping in front of him so he couldn't see anything. And they were talking on the broadcast about how Simone Benoit is the best sixth defenseman in the NHL, and it's like, no, he's definitely not. But he's been solid here, especially in the playoffs for the Leafs. Bit of a couple rough stretches during the season. A lot of people didn't want him in over Myers. Kind of glad he is in. He's been pretty friggin' good. So, that's the game. Let's talk about my thoughts about it. Mitch Marner had a quote that said, it's just going to get even harder. And that's very true. Also, after going down 2-0 in the series, Travis Green says, there's no reason to panic. I guess we're going back to Ottawa, so another home game for the Leafs. I hope that barn's buzzing. I'm going to Game 3, so I hope it's electric in there, full of Leafs fans. Oh, that's what I want to see. Blocked shots in Game 2. Ottawa had 6 blocked shots tonight, and the Leafs had 32. Also, the Sens had more power plays tonight, and they still lost. Damn frickin' refs. Always. Like, that's the only reason they didn't win Game 1, and that's the only reason they didn't win Game 2 is just because they had too many power plays tonight. Stolarz in the playoffs. He saved 57 of 61 shots, .934 save percentage. He's got that dog in him. Also, a lot of Brady sucks chants going on tonight. It's so funny. But Barn was buzzing. Came out hot. Sizzled off after the first. Way too passive second. Tavares line. They played fast. I didn't mind Holmberg up there. Holmberg's, like I said, he's been stepping up his game recently. I don't know if he's your long-term second line left winger, but I think he can make it work for now. Need Domi to step it up. Power plays on fire. Dump and reset D-zone works. Too passive. From 0 to hero for Max Domi with some OT magic. And 14 more. This is win 2 of 16. Let's keep it rolling. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please click like. If you really liked it, clicking subscribe always makes me feel pretty good. Leafs are up 2-0 in the series. I think we're allowed to feel pretty good here. Maybe not the most convincing win tonight. But who cares? They don't ask how, they ask how many.